Wildcats 1290 for the best Wildcats coverage anywhere. KCUB Tucson, a cumulative.
All right, I got a box office intro. Do you want me to do a Rich intro too, or just box office?
Rich.
Both.
That Fish Radio Show. No one covers the Cats like we do. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Happy Monday, Tucson. Today we open the prize drawer and give you stuff just for listening.
That's a win, 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 win.
Keep listening for the Box Office Blitz for your chance to win great prizes from 1290. Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Oh, yeah. It's a Monday here on the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Thanks for joining us. I am ready for one heck of a radio show. Coming up Monday Night Football. You'll hear the game on 1400 KTUC, Niners and Rams. We are live at Desert Diamond Casino here on a Monday, inviting you to come down, join us. Come down, join us here at Desert Diamond Casino, Tucson. We have a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot to get to. By the way, if you come out here today, if you make a qualifying wager on Monday Night Football, you got a chance to win big money. They'll have drawings throughout the game. So make sure you come out for Monday Night Football tonight here at Desert Diamond Casino. Meanwhile, I will buy somebody supper. I'll get you a $25 gift card to have dinner here at Desert Diamond Casino just for coming by and saying hi. So plenty of chances to win. Plus, you can win big with some of the wagers they have out here on prop bets. And by the way, we'll have someone from the sports book here and give me a couple pieces of value getting ready for the game coming up tonight. So we have all that for you coming up on the program. Plus, we've got Arizona football tickets to give away all day long here on 1290. So I have a lot to talk about for the next 3.5 hours. Why 3.5? Because the Jed Fish Show comes up. It's 6:30 tonight here on 1290. So you have that. You've got Monday Night Football. You've got Jed Fish. We'll talk a lot of Arizona football after the weekend. And we got our first look at Tommy Lloyd 2.0. That's lame. Let me come up with a better name than Tommy Lloyd 2.0 because it's not. It's Tommy Lloyd's basketball team. It's Tommy Lloyd's basketball program. And we're going to talk about that coming up on the program as well. Plus, your telephone calls, Tucson. I want to hear from you today. Your thoughts on what we saw over the weekend will be demanded today on the program. I'm not just going to ask, hey, what's up, brother? Come here, man. All right, thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. You had a good time at the game?
Excellent.
Solid. All right, one more time, man.
Excellent.
Give me some of that. All right. Some of you won tickets from us last week, so you came by. That was awesome. All right, I will take telephone calls today, so I will tell you to get off your derrieres and contribute to the program at 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Garrett here with me, manning the box, so we'll give away dinner tonight. J.W. Madden back in our studios in Tucson, Arizona. J.W., good afternoon.
What's up, Rich? You sound chipper today.
I'm in a great mood today. Life is good today. Went and saw Jed at his press conference. Arizona won. We got a chance to see Arizona basketball over the weekend.
Niners are playing?
What's that? My Niners are playing tonight. I'm looking at my old radio partner, Booger McFarland, on TV right now. I went dress shopping with my wife yesterday, and we didn't spend any money, so that made me happy.
Wedding, right? Isn't that what you said?
No.
I'm shopping for bridesmaid.
Yeah, no, I'm already married.
No. You said you had some kind of bridesmaid.
Okay, good. I was going to say.
Is what you're talking about.
No. I'm already married, and I asked her if she wants to renew the scholarship offer, and she goes, yeah, it'd just be too difficult to train somebody new, so I think I'm just stuck with you. I'm like, cool, works for me. No, she's got to go to her niece's wedding. So the last 2 weekends we've been traipsing up to Phoenix dress shopping. She hasn't found anything yet. So it was good that she didn't buy anything because they're really, really expensive. So hopefully next week she finds just what she's looking for, and it's on sale. But anyway, I'm in a pretty good mood today, and I'm happy to have you along on the program. Again, the number for you to join is 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. All right, let's see what's going on in my sick, twisted head today, shall we?
Warning, the following following segment might trigger some listeners, and 1290 does not take responsibility for the following content.
What the hell is going on?
It's time for the list as we explore the sick, twisted mind of our host, Rich Herrera.
And that's when things got bad.
And the list of things he is thinking about in that huge size 8 Chrome Magnum head of his.
Look at the size of that boy's head. That's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. Has its own weather system.
It is a rather large cranium. That gives me plenty of time to store things up there and have them rattle around in my head as we get ready for the radio show. So here's what's rattling around in my head today. All right, Cats win. The Cats didn't win. The Cats won big. The Cats won huge. The Cats had a record-setting performance on Saturday night versus the Colorado Buffalo. In fact, our producer, J.W. Madden, who also takes care of all of our games for football and men's basketball, I think he got carpal tunnel syndrome cutting up all the highlights from Jaden DeLore going boom, 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 that's 3, boom, 4, boom, 5, boom, 6, 6 touchdowns thrown. Tying a 40-year... Go ahead.
The passes were fine, Rich. It was all the one-handed catches that was the problem.
That was the Tetaroa McMillan going Spider-Man, Singer, Cowing, McLaughlin hauling in catchers from all over the place as Arizona lit up the Colorado secondary for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 touchdown passes. I got to use 2 hands. 6 touchdown passes for the Arizona Wildcats.
I can play the 6th if you want.
Do you have all 6? Can you go bang, 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 bang with all 6, JW?
I do have all 6. Let me see what I can do for you. Hold on one second.
JW's going to see if he can load them all up. We'll just go boom, 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 because that's kind of what it was. It was a record-setting performance for Jaden. Last time that was done, Tom Tunnicliffe did it 40 years ago against UOP. It was an amazing night for the Arizona Wildcats. Everybody who came out had a great time. The student section had the pink thunder sticks as they were raising awareness to fight breast cancer. The fans that came out that were tailgating with us, I will tell you the tailgating on Saturday was outstanding. The food smelled delicious. I got my brother John's barbecue. It was just a good all-around night in Tucson. And everybody walked away with kind of a satisfied feeling, right? After watching the Cats play their best offensive game all season long.
All right, I got him.
Let's see. Can we relive that for just a moment, JW? Do you mind?
Yeah, no problem.
Can I
Let's
get
do
you
it.
to just give me 6 Jaden DeLore touchdowns in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go.
Jaden, long snap count. He'll take it straight back to throw. Short drop, sets up, fires over the middle. Caught there, into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Wide open, Wiley scampers in. Cats take the lead. And right now the offense is staying out there. Fish likes to go for it early in games on 4th down. They're 4 of 9 this season are the Wildcats on 4th down. So here we go. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Wiley to the left now of DeLora. Ball right hash mark. Jaden out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Looking to throw. Fires the pass. It's caught. Touchdown Arizona. My goodness. How he got it by the defender, I don't know. A bullet to Cowing, and the Cats score. 4 down linemen for Colorado. DeLora will take the snap. Short drop. Fade. Far corner. Did he hang on? Caught. Yes. Touchdown Arizona. Singer magic.
What a catch.
Williams to the right of DeLora. Jaden takes the snap out of the gun. Straight back to throw with time. Throws it out near side. Caught by McLaughlin. Breaks the tackle. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown Arizona. Side now looks to throw back for DeLora. Is it a double pass? Yes. Nobody open right now. Now fires on the run. Back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Arizona. T-Mac. And Jaden out of the shotgun, straight back to throw. Has time, throws it to Wiley, wide open. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Wow, that's a big-time play again. It looked like DeLora changed that play at the line of scrimmage when he called Wiley over there. He just dropped it to him. He was wide open on the flats that time. Easy play. Arizona breaks 40 for the first time this year.
Cowing caught his 7th touchdown of the year. Michael Wiley, 2 touchdowns. Dorian Singer caught his first college touchdown pass. Doesn't seem right. In fact, Lamont was talking about that on the broadcast. Really? That Singer's first? Seems like he's got so many. Boom. He had a touchdown pass caught. Tyler McLaughlin caught his first touchdown pass for the Arizona Wildcats. They were just all over the place. It was a record-setting performance for Jayden de Laura. But, I walked away from the game trying to come up with how to put this together for today's show. And I wonder, what did we see on Saturday night? Was it a trip to the candy store where everything's sweet, where everything tastes great, where everything is sweet and sticky and satisfying and oh so good, but do you get anything out of it? Because Arizona got everything they want. Arizona, I asked Jed Fish this today, and we'll have some of his comments a little bit later. Was this one of those games where it's really about Jayden de Laura and the trust level that you guys had? And I think it was. I'm walking around away from this game. Listen, it was against Colorado. Colorado was without Fontenot, their best running back. They were without half their team was out, and their coach got fired. They're probably the worst team in college football. They're at least the worst team in FBS football. And I'm not knocking Colorado. It's a proud program, and I have friends there that have been part of the legacy of Colorado football, but they really are in the dumps right now. So what do we learn? Because you got to play who's in front of you. And I'm not going to – a win is a win is a win. Was it the toughest competition you're ever going to have? Oh, absolutely not. But I think we learned a couple things about Arizona football that I'm going to throw out of the program today. Number one, we saw Jayden de Laura in his best. And Jed Fish reminded those of us in his press conference today, and you're probably going to hear him say this tonight on the radio show, we have to keep in mind that Jayden de Laura has played a total of 5 games, folks. 5 games in a pro-style offense. 5 games in a pro-style offense. Cabby, what's up? My buddy Cabby just came in. He actually won big cash last week in their drawing here at Desert Diamond Casino. He comes, hangs out with us on Mondays down here. But Jayden de Laura's only played 5 games in a pro-style offense. Before Hawaii, it's freewheeling. He's all over the place. Up at the Coug Raid, up in the Palouse. They're getting loose in the Palouse. He was all over the place. This is just his 5th game playing in that pro-style offense. No INTs. That's what Jed was most proud of. Then the fact that he had all the time in the world. J.B. Long on the television broadcast said he actually has time to spell his middle name, which is really, really long. That's how much time he had back there. But it was okay because as he was back there, and he had all the time in the world, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Let me go get a hot dog. Okay, I'll come back. All right, everybody ready? 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. He had all day long, no pressure on him. But what he was able to do under game time, game conditions was check through. Is Singer open? Nope. Is Cowing open? Nope. Let me go back to Singer. Nope. Let me go to T-Mac. He's open. Boom, I'll deliver the ball. When you run those spread offenses, it's about timing. Boom, it's 1, 2, get rid of the ball. 1, 2, 3, get rid of the ball. With this one is you got to go through. Let me see what kind of defense they're playing. Let me go see the progressions that I have, the checkdowns they have. We've discovered something about this. Jed keeps saying pro-style offense. Think about what you saw this weekend at Arizona Stadium versus what you see on Sunday. They're kind of similar. He's been saying this to us for 2 years, but I don't think anybody has recognized this. At least we didn't until today. It's pro-style offense. We're not going to run the ball 50 times and throw the ball 50 times. It's about getting chunk yardage down the field. It's no different than watching Tom Brady struggle yesterday against Kansas City and then watching Patrick Mahomes just throw the ball down the field. It's no different than we're going to see tonight with the Niners and the Rams. Jimmy G dropping back. Matthew Stafford dropping back. 1, 2, 3, boom. Check to Cooper Kupp. Check over here. Back to Kupp. Boom. You're going to say the same thing tonight, and that's what we saw out of Arizona's offense against a porous, beat-up, undermanned Colorado team. But we saw Arizona football offensively at its best. That's what I think I learned this weekend about Arizona football. All right, real quick, other things to talk about. Red-Blue game was fun. The energy was fantastic. You know what, folks? I'm going to warn you right now. And by the way, you need to listen to me. you need to listen to me, not because I've done this forever, which I have, not because I'm really good at this, which I am. No, the reason you need to listen to me is I see things coming. I'm not saying I got a crystal ball and I can see the future, but I can read what's going. I think everybody needs to be prepared. Tommy Lloyd's second year. Tommy Lloyd is now going to start putting his fingerprints on this team. And this is going to be a different Arizona team, folks. This is going to be a different Arizona team than we've seen the first year, and every year it's going to get a little different. We're going to get into that on the program today. There's a learning curve, and you better get used to it. I do need to talk today about the injury to Tua in Miami. I've heard so many people talking about it. Yesterday we were at Johnny Rockets up in Tempe, and some dude who didn't even know anything about football, he said, I don't even like football, I'm a hockey guy. But all of a sudden he starts giving everybody in the room a dissertation as if he's a medical doctor about what happened to Tua and how scary the injury was. Yeah, it was a scary injury, but I'm going to tell you why. Everybody I've seen react to this, whether it's talking heads like me, whether it's talk show hosts, whether it's people on social media, dude, everybody has missed the boat. You need to listen to Rich Herrera. I'm going to explain it to you coming up here on the program. And by the way, I do have a recommendation for everybody. This is out of my sick, twisted head. J.W. Madden, you got Netflix?
I do, yes, for many years.
Have you watched Cobra Kai season, I think it's 5 or 6 or whatever it is?
No.
Oh, shame on you.
Again, I'm a kid of the 80s, so like
I know you are.
That's right, my wheelhouse. I did watch, I think, I haven't gotten super into Cobra Kai, to be honest. I mean, I have watched a few episodes, but I'm not caught up to the season that we're at now, no.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I just got things to do, my friend.
I know you got things to do, but
it's just that
I know
I'm
you
not
work a lot.
Super into TV these days.
I will tell everybody, Cobra Kai, whatever this season is, JW, here's why I'm teasing you about this.
Tell me.
It is my new guilty pleasure. It is stupid. The premise of this entire show is ridiculously stupid. But this is like the movie Roadhouse. It is a guilty pleasure that I'm proud to love.
Sure.
I'm not going to give away. I'm not going to do. I'm not going to give away spoilers. I will just tell you this: the premise of the show was ridiculous. It could never happen. But the show is so much fun. It is cotton candy for your mind, for anybody born in the 80s, and even kids afterwards. I was talking to a friend of mine today. Her kids love it. They didn't see the original Karate Kid in the movie theaters like you and I did. It is awesome, and I need to talk about Karate Kid this week on the program. I'll just leave it at that. So that's what's rattling around in my big old head right now. All right, coming up on the program. We've got box office splits. What am I giving away today? By the way, don't forget Arizona takes on Oregon. 6 o'clock kickoff, which means we'll be on the air with you at 1:30 on Saturday night, live from Arizona Stadium with the Cats taking on Oregon. Let's see. What am I giving away? I'm giving away tickets today. I got Arizona. Oh, wow, it's already time. We're going to give away Territorial Cup tickets today. We're not messing around. We're giving away tickets to the biggest game of the year for the Arizona Wildcats. We'll do that 3 times before 6:30 tonight, so that's coming up on the program. All right, coming up next, I just want to touch on this thing about Tua because I've heard everybody in their head talk about it, and I've heard everybody get it wrong. What are they getting wrong with the injury to Tua? I'll tell you what it is next. We're live, Desert Diamond Casino, Arizona's best bet. We're inside the sports book here. By the way, our friend that runs the sports book, she's going to come by and give us a little advice on what to think about, what to do for tonight's ball game. All of that coming up. I'm Rich Herrera. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's a Monday. This is the home of the Arizona Wildcats. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps out in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Ruling
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by
Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
There you go. It's the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Welcome, everybody watching us on YouTube today as well. We're getting close to getting our Facebook. I think I'm in Facebook jail for a little bit, but almost out. So we'll add that back into the mix as well. And you can always watch the show on WildcatsRadio1290.com. All right, coming up in just a few moments, we're going to open up the box office and let you win tickets to Arizona football this year. So we'll have that coming up here in just a matter of moments. And then Kelvin Efon, the captain, joins us coming up at 5 o'clock. So lots coming up here on the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Don't forget, on Friday, we broadcast live from Illegal Pete's on University from 3 to 6 before the Bear Down Friday pep rally. It's all brought to you by our friends at Corona, official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. Go Cats. All right. I need to bring this up. And normally on this show, because it's Tucson, because we're the home of the Wildcats, and because there's a lot of time we dedicate to talking about the Arizona football program and basketball program. On Wednesday, we dedicate the show to all the Olympic sports. I think Chip Hale's coming on with us on Wednesday to talk Arizona baseball as they're getting ready for the fall baseball season and the Baseball Fiesta Classic that's coming up. So a lot of times I'll save my takes for big stories around the country when I'm working at CBS, when I'm doing the national shows. But this one about Tua, I just want to say something real quick to everybody. I just had to get this off my chest. So yesterday is we're dress shopping in Phoenix, because we've gone through all the dress shops here in town, and my wife wanted to go up to Phoenix. The last couple of weekends we've been going up to Phoenix. We'll start Sunday down here looking around. She can't find a dress. Fine, we'll go up to Phoenix and we'll go dress shopping up there. So we happened to be at a restaurant, and a guy sat down at the counter where basically I was starving, so he said, "Honey, I got to get something to eat." And she goes, "Oh, you want to go get a salad?" No, I'm going to go get some onion rings. So I was sitting there eating onion rings at a counter, and she's sitting next to me, and we're just kind of chit-chatting, and the dude sits down on the other side of the counter. He's wearing a Colts jersey. Okay? Cool. He's wearing an Indianapolis Colts jersey. Good for him. Some dude that was working at the restaurant we were sitting at walks up with his man bun ponytail, which makes me suspect right away, but he's got a man bun. He doesn't have a cool mustache like Raul, but he's got a man bun. I'm like, ugh. All right. To each his own. I'm never going to have a man bun. I could. I've got great hair, but I don't think I'd ever do a man bun. But he's sitting there with his man bun, and he looks at the guy and goes, "Hey, Cowboys, huh?" And he gives him a thumbs up, and the guy goes, "This is a Colts jersey." Oh, I thought that was the Dallas Cowboys. No, this is the Colts. Awkward pause. Where do they play? And he goes, "Indianapolis." "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a big hockey guy. I don't know anything about football." But that's pretty evident, the fact that you didn't know the difference between the Colts and the Cowboys. But that's okay. To each his own. If you want to have a man bun, go ahead. If you could grow a cool mustache, you would, but you can't, so you grow the man bun. All right, that's fine. Not making fun of man buns, just not my thing. But then he proceeds to keep talking that, "I'm sorry, I'm just not a big football guy. My sport is hockey. I'm a big hockey guy." And you guys have heard me talk about hockey. I love hockey. I've worked in hockey before. I worked in the Western League as a play-by-play voice in hockey. I've covered the Sharks, and I've covered the Anaheim Mighty Ducks when they were the Mighty Ducks. Now they're just the Ducks. And spent a lot of time covering the Tampa Bay Lightning. So I've been around the sport. But I'm always suspect of those guys like, "I'm really into hockey." No, you're into really obscure things so you can try to make yourself look cool, even though you don't know anything about it. So this is one of those guys, "Yeah, my favorite team is Dynamo Riga," which is a Russian hockey team or something like that. So I know the guy's just full of nonsense. And he goes, "How about that injury to Tua the other day?" And I'm like, oh, gosh. Should I say something because this guy's such a tool, or should I just let him be stupid? And my wife looked at me, and I just put my head down and kept eating my onion rings, dipping them in ranch dressing. I know I've lost 30 pounds, and I'd lose another 30 if I ate a little healthier. I get that part, but that's not part of the story. So as he starts to give his dissertation about what a nasty injury and how he winced when he saw it and blah, 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 the other guy, the non-Cowboy fan, the guy wearing the Colts jersey, I almost did the same thing. He said, yeah, boy, that was a devastating injury. And the week before, they both go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just sitting there watching two guys. One who seems like he could be an educated sports fan. The other guy was just a tool with a man bun. But they're both talking about something, and it made me think about this for just a minute. I've seen everybody's reaction, devastating hit, and Prime should be ashamed of themselves that they didn't address Tua being out on his feet and stumbling around and falling and blah, 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 blah. And I just thought, and I went back and I was kind of going through what everybody was saying in sports media and Stephen A. Smith and all the rest of these loudmouths popping off about this. Because I don't do a lot of national work, because we do so much here with Arizona during the football season, I didn't get to put my 2 cents out there, but I am going to put my 2 cents out there right now. My 2 cents are, nobody knows what the hell they're talking about when it comes to the Tua injury. Let me explain why, and let me make you a little bit smarter by listening to this program. You can listen to other people and be less educated. You can listen to me, and I'm going to tell you really what's going on. Let me tell you why this thing is very interesting to me for the Tua injury, not because of what everybody else is saying. I'm going to back up for a little bit. So I mentioned Booger McFarland, my former radio partner. He and I almost got into it really bad one day. And the reason why we are going to go at it hammer and tong was because I brought up the fact that football is a dangerous game, and the football players are getting hurt. And I started doing research, and I started finding out about CTE before anybody else was talking about it. I started talking about CTE probably 10 years ago. And everybody's like, what are you talking about, CTE? What are you talking about, head injuries? I found out about it. Now, I found out about it in the weirdest way. I was in a nightclub hanging out with some of my professional wrestling buddies, and all of a sudden, Chris Nowinski walks in. Does anybody know who Chris Nowinski is? Bueller? Do you know who Chris Nowinski is? Garrett doesn't know. Raul doesn't know. JW, Chris Nowinski, does it ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, of course. Chris Nowinski, everybody knows him.
If you watch WWE wrestling in the Attitude Era, you know who Chris Nowinski is. Chris Nowinski was the Harvard-educated professional wrestler that would go out, and he was kind of an elitist, was his shtick. He walked out with a Harvard Letterman jacket and told all the people that were watching how uneducated and dumb they were. But that was his shtick. And he was a pretty good heel for a while. He had some pretty good heat coming his way. But all of a sudden, Christopher Nowinski just kind of falls off the stage, and nobody hears from him again. What had happened was Christopher Nowinski started getting massive concussions after concussion after concussion. And it started affecting him, and he's like, I just don't feel the right way. And he went to the doctors, it's a concussion, it's okay, just, rest and things will change. Well, he started doing more research, and he got hooked up with some folks in Boston at the Legacy Institute, and they start investigating the effects. And Christopher Nowinski, because he's Harvard educated, started doing some investigation and started really looking into what happens when you have traumatic brain injury. And all of a sudden, they start funding and they start asking people, and I'm not kidding you, JW, I'm not kidding you, folks. He started calling football players' families who had died and said, can I have the brain? What? Can I have the brain of players that have passed away? So if anybody's ever seen the Will Smith movie about CTEs, they were the folks behind getting Mike Webster to donate his brain to science to find out really clearly what CTE is. But when all this is going out before the Will Smith movie Concussion, I'm starting to talk about this, and people are, you lousy son of a... they were questioning my parents' marital status when I was conceived and born. They were questioning my intelligence. They were questioning everything about me, and I became public enemy number one on the radio down there, to the point where people were so upset with me. How dare you talk that way about football? And then I started asking the question, would you let your son play football? And when my son decided to play football, I had to ask that question. Is it worth having a 125-pound scrawny weakling who's never played football in his life go out for the game? And he did go out for the game. And he did make the team. And he did play on a team that went to the state championship. But you know what else happened? He got a severe concussion, and he was out of school for 3 weeks and couldn't take the SATs and the ACTs, and it's probably why it took him an extra year to get into the service academy, because of that bell ringing that he got playing football. So I understand CTE more than just about everybody else on the radio, because I've experienced it from my family, what traumatic head injuries are like. Thank goodness that my son doesn't have long-lasting effects because of the concussion, but I understand it because I studied it, and I spent time with Christopher Nowinski, and I started putting people on the radio that started talking about this, and the National Football League was not happy. Because, again, I'm working in an NFL city telling everybody how tough it is, and you got to consider whether you're going to let your kids play. So that was 10 years ago when I'm starting this talk, and everybody thought of me as a heretic. Now let me fast forward to the idiot with the man bun who doesn't know anything about football talking about Tua's concussion. If you heard people talk about it over the weekend, they talked about it as if it were Darryl Stingley having his neck broken, or Joe Theismann having his leg completely mutilated, or Alex Smith. It was an awful play to watch. It was a brutal, devastating hit to the back of his head. But was it a dirty, cheap shot? No. It was the blunt force trauma of him being slammed to the turf, and then his head hitting the back of his head, hitting against the ground. It wasn't a devastating hit where he puts his head down, two guys go head to head. So a couple things have popped into my head that I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Not on the Four-Letter Network, not on NFL Network, not anywhere else, and I think they're all missing the boat. From the beginning of Christopher Nowinski's personal campaign to educate us about the evils of CTE and traumatic brain injury. And by the way, they not only encompass this because it was from professional wrestling, and then he got involved in football and the military as well. In 10 years, Christopher Nowinski, who started as a lone voice and everybody thought he was a heretic, has changed the way we look at sports. Let me go back to something. 20 years ago, they used to sell videos of violent hits. Tom Jackson on ESPN used to have a segment where he would just show the most horrific hits, the most violent hits in the National Football League. They don't do that anymore because 10 years ago, Christopher Nowinski told everybody, we better be careful of these hits because it'll cause long-term injuries. It'll cause CTE. It'll cause depression. It'll be the downfall of all of these players, and he was right. So 10 years ago, we thought it was a joke. Now everybody takes it so seriously that we are talking about Tua's injury as if he had his leg broken off the way that Joe Theismann did. So in a way, we've come a long way and progressed in the last 10 years. But I think we also lost a little bit of perspective of what it was. We now have so many rules in place to prevent traumatic brain injury. I don't know. I've heard everybody and their brother rip that doctor in Miami, the first one that cleared Tua to come back into play. Personally, I wouldn't have. But I'm not a doctor, and neither are any of the people talking about this. Now, the doctor in question was let go. Did he have a misdiagnosis? Probably. Did he blow it? Yeah, probably, by the looks of what the NFL's reaction, or the NFL's just covering its rear end. But the fact of the matter is that all of us are throwing down our own opinions. None of us ever sat there, looked Tua in the eye, and did the little flash test or whatever they do to see whether you have a concussion or not. But everybody acts like they are a doctor right now. So I just want to put that in perspective when it comes to the Tua injury. Congratulations, world. We now know what traumatic brain injury is, and we take special care to make sure that doesn't happen, and we try to minimize the risk, especially in sports, in football, and in soccer, and in wrestling, and in gymnastics, and in cheerleading, because those are the dangerous sports where you have a lot of head injuries. We figured that out. Before, I'll give you a story. I had a baseball coach When I worked for the Oakland A's, he got hit by a screaming foul ball. Or it was batting practice. He got hit by a screaming ball. Foul ball hit him. He was out in the a line drive. I think with Jason Giambi, hit a line drive and it caught him right in the side of the head. Knocked him out cold. Sent him to the hospital. Brought him back like 8th inning. He lived by himself because his family was back in the Midwest. So we didn't have anybody to take care of him. So I said, hey, come over to my house, spend the night at my house, and we will make sure that you don't have any further complications. He had a splitting headache. We brought him home, got him some ice for his head, put him to bed, stayed in our guest room, and they told me go wake him up every hour to make sure that he's okay. Okay, so every hour we went and woke him up. That was 20 years ago. Since now we know when somebody has a traumatic brain injury, a concussion, you put them in a room with no lights, with no sounds, with sensory deprivation to allow the brain to rest, to heal, to sleep, and you don't wake them up. So the last 10 years, we've really got this right. We've really got a handle on this, and we're going in the right direction. I just wanted to put that in perspective as everyone talks about what's going on with Tua, and I'm a huge Tua fan. I want him to get back up on his feet. I want him to be able to play again. I just wanted to put it in perspective because I've heard everybody and their brother talk about this, and everybody and their brother missed the mark on why this was such a special, important, noteworthy play. It wasn't a devastating hit to Tua. It was the fact that now we know what traumatic brain injuries could do, and we know what they look like, and we're doing something about it. That's the thing that they should be celebrating instead of gnashing their teeth the way I've heard everybody and their brother that thinks they're a doctor on the radio or TV, and none of them have ever gone to medical school, and the closest they know about medicine is going to the Minute Clinic to get a shot. Just wanted to throw that out. If you want to comment, please, feel free. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, the number for you to join us. I mean, everybody was outraged, and I'm telling you, everybody missed the mark except for me. Coming up on the program, I do want to talk a little bit about Arizona hoops. We saw the red-blue game on Friday. It was a different look, different feel. The energy was incredible. I want to get into that next. Number for you to join us. You want to comment on what I said about Tua? Feel free. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Coming up next, we'll also do the box office blitz. Your chance to win Arizona football tickets right around the corner here on 1290 as we come to you live from Desert Diamond Casino. Pima Mine Road. Come by and join us here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down, and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins. Throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three. Blocked again by Koloko. Barlow grabs it. It's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way. Out to Tabellas. Down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness. Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we saw at Red Blue game coming up. We're live, Desert Diamond Casino. Come down, join us. We're on South Nogales Highway, by the way. Did I point that out? Yeah, I think I did. If not, South Nogales Highway location for DDC. South Nogales Highway. Come by, join us. Laurel's going to join us, the manager of the sportsbook here, and give us some value propositions for tonight's Monday Night Football game. That game, by the way, coming up on our sister station, 1400 KTUC. 4:30, they'll get the broadcast started. 5:15 will be the kick. Of course, we have the Jedfish Radio Show coming up here at 6:30. All right, let me run out to the phones and take a couple quick telephone calls before I get to one I want to tell you about with Tommy Lloyd and what we saw at the Red Blue game on Friday night. Let me go to Paul in Phoenix. It was nice getting a chance to spend a couple minutes with you, Paul, on Saturday before the game. Thanks for calling in. Bear down, welcome.
Bear down, Rich. How you doing? Thanks for giving me a chance to kind of listen in on you guys Saturday. That was great. Those 3 guys, I love those guys. Man, they're good. Good to see Chuck Levy. So that's awesome.
So we had Chuck Levy. Hold on a second. We had Chuck Levy, David Adams, and then Kelvin Efont. So I had 3 iconic Wildcat running backs right there with me at the same time while you came up to watch us do the pregame show.
Chuck, let's just say this. I was a student during a lot of that time, but it was just so cool to see him. So anyway, but that's just me being a true fan, obviously. But hey, so Rich, a couple things. Let me just go through a couple things real quick. thank you for the information about the concussion stuff. I appreciate that. I really do, and I'm being very sincere. I never played at the professional level, nor even college, but I will tell you right now, I just remember my high school football coach looking me and all of us straight in the face and going, guys, use that helmet. It's the most expensive piece of gear I've ever given you, right? So what did we do? How many times did we get hit in the head? And now I hope these kids aren't getting hit in the head, because I remember getting my bell rung several times, and we'll leave that as it is, okay? As far as the only thing I've yet to rewatch the basketball, the red blue thing, but I had goosebumps, and it was a great moment for me. I don't know what everybody else thought, but when they introduced the players and they introduced the last player, Kirk Kriisa, when that little kid came out and handed him the headband, to me that's a goosebump moment for me. That just says that's Wildcat basketball.
I was sitting next to a writer from Estonia that was there to cover Arizona basketball, so it was kind of cool sitting there watching him react to the crowds reacting to Kriisa.
Wasn't that cool? That was just I just loved it. Okay, now, but here's a couple things. So,
all right, real quick, because I'm up against the top of the hour.
Okay, top of the hour, quick. When you talk to Coach Fish and talk to the Sands Club people, we served bison when North Dakota State came to town up in the Sands Club. Make sure they serve duck this week up in the Sands Club, okay? And lastly, I tell Coach Fish, I'm kind of a chunky guy. If he needs a chunky guy to go in there on a 4th and 1 short down at the goal line, instead of putting Michael Wiley in, you put me right in front of DJ Williams, okay? I'll block for him, and he's going over the top and going into the end zone untouched. That's what we need to do, okay?
Oh,
so let's work. We need to jam that thing down their throat. We didn't need to be cute down there, and I didn't like the fact we were trying to be cute. So I'll leave you with that. I'll call you later this week. Bear down, my friend, and I'll see you Saturday.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Let me go to Rich in Chicago. Buddy of mine listening online on our app and Wildcats Radio 1290.com. Rich, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing great. I actually, since I gave you the scouting report last week, which turned out to be true.
Yes, sir.
They can't run the ball, and they can't stop the run when you're last in the country. And you were getting a little nervous. I wouldn't be nervous at all. In fact, you guys got their coach fired by running them out of town.
That
so
was
kind
something.
Of a trophy. Yeah, I think, and the reason I called, I did the same thing for your game with Oregon. I wanted to give you a little optimism here.
I gotta write this down. Go for it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
They're 4-1, which is extremely misleading. Let me give you the rundown, and then I'll tell you what I like about. You're a 13-point dog. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Saturday at home. All right. Georgia could have been 70-0. They got killed there on the road. The thing I'm going to bring up is their home record in the last 4 years versus road record. They beat Eastern Washington. Well, you saw what the Gators did to Washington Sunday. Eastern Washington, they were up 52-3 in the third period and put the cheerleaders in. So beating Eastern Washington badly doesn't tell you anything. BYU struggled with Utah State, so they thumped BYU, but they did it at home. And then they played Stanford, who's 1-4, and beat them modestly. Didn't really kill them. And that, too, is indicative of home versus road strength. Just to give you an idea, Oregon in the last 4 years, and that goes back to the coach that went to Miami, has lost 8 games on the road. And they've had a sterling record. You see how misleading this is?
Yeah.
They've lost 8 road games, and they can't beat anybody any good. And the way you guys are coming in, I think they're going to look at you as, hey, they just show up and roll the balls out and beat you. But with a 13-point spot, I send out routinely to my friends, because we all play games, right? We all bet on games. And I have my top 12 of the week, and you're included at plus 13.
Do you think that's going to move?
Upset special.
Do you think that's going to move?
I think we'll go up.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, we're going to talk Laurel from the sports book here, and I said, "Hey, give me a little bit of help here because I think it's going to go up. I think all the I don't want to say layman money, but I will. All the layman money is going to go jump all over Oregon. Oh, look, they're 4-1. Cats are 3-2. Oregon's in the top 25. Arizona's unranked. I think the early money jumps on Oregon by Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think you might get a better proposition middle of the week.
Well, I'm not through. Because
keep
I
going.
got down at 13 because, I like to handicap games myself and then compare what I would handicap it at versus what the boys in the desert.
Right.
And I had them at 10. I thought it would be a 10-point spot. I thought Florida against Missouri this week would be 8. It's 11 because the Gators are for real. And, they keep getting better with their young kids. And I think it's the same thing for Arizona. When you get some confidence and you start beating up on teams in your conference, you're going to improve, and you'll see this game to game. And you give me a 2-touchdown, I think you're going to get there. Let's just say it goes to 14 or 14 and a half. If it goes to 14 or 14 and a half, I'm getting down on that again.
Right.
I like him at 13, but you're right. The street, because the public bets wrong, will pile on the favorite. And there are a lot of Oregon fans that drink the Kool-Aid until I tell them you can't beat anybody in the SEC, nor have they ever. They've gotten beat every time they play the SEC.
Right.
They've never won an SEC game. Okay, and you know what? Look, sneak up on them, get ahead of them, because they're not real fighters. You saw what they did against Georgia. They quit.
Right.
Georgia got them down bad and quit. If you can get out ahead of them in the first half, who knows? Maybe you beat them straight up. I think it's there if you guys play really well.
Bo Nix. Talk to me about Bo Nix, because we've heard good Bo, bad Bo all season long.
He's terrible. That's why they ran him off at Auburn. The reason he got the Auburn scholarship to begin with, as you know, his father played there.
Right.
And his father was a stiff, too. His father started for 3 years. He became a high school coach, coached his kid. And, Auburn's judgment on talent, as you know, they're getting ready to fire the guy they got from Boise now. He won't be there in 2 weeks.
Right.
So it's been a revolving door. And, frankly, this is very interesting to me. The job is not highly desirable. You talk to people, they don't want it. Napier turned it down when he was offered it before Florida gave him the offer.
Right.
He turned it down. So, look, what are you going to get, Deion Sanders?
Deion's not going anywhere. That's a passion project for Deion at Jackson State. He's not going anywhere, because I know up at Tempe are like, hey, Deion Sanders be perfect. Deion Sanders has no interest in leaving anywhere. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the headache. No. He's doing it because he wants to do something for the historical black colleges.
Yes, if Auburn was smart, though, and I told somebody that they started laughing their butt off, I said, if Auburn was smart from a marketing and a PR basis, how about if he took the Auburn job for one simple reason? He and his buddy Saban do Aflac commercials against each other on stage. Yeah, and they could scream and yell at each other about Aflac, and he could make $1 gazillion with Aflac commercials with both of them. With Auburn, Alabama? Are you kidding?
That would be something. The Iron Bowl brought to you by Aflac.
I would hire him as the president of Auburn for that.
100%. 100%. Hey,
yeah,
Rich,
because I don't think
go ahead.
He hasn't gotten a really established track record as a coach to begin with.
Right.
He beats up on one AA teams with recruits because he's Deion Sanders. Now, have him play a legitimate Division I team. We'll see if he can coach. I'm not so sure.
No, and again, I think he's there for a passion project. I think he's there to help raise the interest level in that conference, in the SWAC, and I think he's doing a fine job at that. Again, he could go back and work on TV. Any network would hire him. He could go back and do whatever he wants. He can go work. He can go work anywhere he wants. He's doing this because at this point in his life, he's trying to give back.
He wants to be the next Eddie Robinson.
And you know what? God bless him for that. God bless him for that.
Yeah.
I respect
him. It's a good idea.
I do too. 100%.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Hey,
and you're right. He doesn't need the money. He's not going anywhere.
No, not at all. Hey, brother, I got to run. Thank you very much for calling me. I'm going to use this. I wrote down all your notes. I'm going to keep using them this week. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, check it out. Because I think you've got some hope there.
All right, I like it. You know what? That's one of the smartest guys I know. My buddy Rich from Chicago, he listens to us on the network, and now he's listening here. If he's going to go with that, I'm going to ask Laurel from the Sportsbook about that coming up here in just a second. But right now, we've got to open up the box office to give some tickets away, folks.
Wildcats Radio 1290 box office is now open.
You feel that right away. It's just refreshing.
With tickets to ball games, concerts, movies,
surely you can't be serious,
and more.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Start calling at 520-848-1290 to win. Good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, we've got Arizona football tickets. I think we're giving away Territorial Cup tickets. Man, we went big today. It's a Monday. Yep. I'm having a great time here at Desert Diamond Casino. So here's what we're going to do. We have tickets to give away. Pick a number. Raul, pick a number. No, bigger than that. He said 2. How many? Raul says 9. Raul's looking at me. You're picking the wrong number. Just, hey, Rich, let's take number 9. He goes, hey, Rich, let's take number 9. We'll take caller number 9 right now. Number 9, like a number 9. We'll take caller number 9 right now. You can win tickets to the Territorial Cup. Here's the number, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Raul's the new guy. He's getting it. 520-848-1290. We'll take caller number 9. You'll win tickets from us right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290. And our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man. Christian Koloko with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen. Picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a...
Our little radio show rolls on. We are live at Desert Diamond Casino. This is our home on Mondays for Monday Night Football. Don't forget, game coming up in just a little bit. We will have the Rams at the 49ers, 4:30. They get going. 4:30 they get going. And then they'll get going with the kickoff at 5:15. The game will be heard on 1400 KTUC. 1400 KTUC will be the game. All right, coming up here on the program, Kelvin Ifan joins us about an hour from now, so we'll talk to the captain, Kelvin Ifan, about what we saw this weekend. I did want to talk about a couple of things. Oh, by the way, in just a minute, Laurel said she's going to stop by. She's the manager of the Racing Sportsbook. And, guys, if we can get a chair for Laurel as well, because she's going to come by, sit with us here on set here at Desert Diamond Casino on South Nogales Highway. Yeah, just a minute. You don't need it right now. Raul's a good guy. He's going to give up his chair for Laurel. We have to be nice to Laurel because she's going to help us figure out what to bet on tonight. So she's going to help us make money. So I want to be as nice to Laurel as possible. That's why, if you remember when she came on the program last week, she's a huge Cowboy fan. Therefore, I dressed appropriately by wearing all my 49er gear today. And she looked at me and goes, ugh, and gave me a look. So hopefully she'll help me out today with the Niners taking on the Rams coming up. 1400 KTC. We'll have the Jetfish Radio Show coming up at 6:30. And then we'll have the countdown to the Jetfish Radio Show at 6. And we'll have all the highlights of the game and comments from Jed afterwards as well. So you'll hear that coming up at 6 o'clock tonight here on 1290. I did want to talk about a couple different things. And I guess I'm going to stick with football right here. So last week we were doing the show. And by the way, if you guys want to call in, we're taking calls, by the way. And I again, I'm always, how do I put it? I keep messing up. Then I keep forgetting to give out the telephone number because I just start going on these rants. But we'll take your calls, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. I'm particularly interested in getting a reaction. I had my whole take on the Tua injury and how so many people have just missed the boat when it comes to Tua. So we'll do that. If you want to react to that, I'd love to hear from you. And again, Laurel's going to join us here and help us all make money. Tons of money coming up here in just a couple minutes, and she'll help me walk through the value that we might be able to find for Monday Night Football. And there's still plenty of time to come down here and make your wagers for Monday Night Football. In fact, we'll talk to her about all the promotions and everything they have going on tonight here at Desert Diamond Casino. And if somebody wants to stop by, register, I'll pick a name out and buy them dinner as well. So all of that coming up here live from Desert Diamond Casino. We invite you to come down here on South Nogales Highway. So last week I was doing the show, and I was ranting and raving as I want to do. And I was wondering, is this all falling in deaf ears? Because I was talking about, hey folks, this was a big game for Arizona football to get over 500. And there is a sense of urgency that I don't know if Tucson understands. And I was sitting there ranting and raving. A couple of people were looking, and I got some feedback from folks like, Rich, stop it. Just stop it. Why are you ranting and raving? What is the urgency? I'm like, dude, there's a big urgency. And if you don't see it coming, it's just going to run you over. So as we were doing the show on Friday, and I'm talking about the urgency of all of this, and I know it's just fallen on deaf ears. It reminded me of 2 years ago. I said, guys, Texas and Oklahoma bailing out of the Big 12, running to the Southeastern Conference, is a seismic change. And I said, we better be aware of this because it's going to affect us in Tucson some way, shape, or form in the future. And I had so many people tell me, Herrera, you're crazy. Stop making stuff up. What do you know? Why would we care what Texas does? Nobody cares about the Southeastern Conference out here. We're in Arizona. We're in the Pac-12. Well, all of these things have causation, and I've been around doing this long enough that I can see the causation coming in most instances. The causation of the Southeastern Conference poaching the two Big 12 schools meant that the Big 10 was going to have to respond back in kind, and they poached two Pac-12 schools. And what happened? That now affects the University of Arizona, and we'll see whether the Pac-12 can stay together or not, whether Oregon and Washington will stay. What does that all come from? It comes from originally a story 2 years ago that nobody here wanted to pay attention to. Sorry, I actually figured out these things before anybody else, and that's why you got to pay attention and listen to this radio show and not everybody else that's throwing out everything under the sun on YouTube and all these other platforms. Same thing that in a story I'm going to tell you right now. In case you missed it, and you probably didn't, there are some major firings in college football, and these firings are getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So you saw that Carl Durrell was fired from Colorado. Not unexpected. They had got off to an awful start, and Carl Durrell just wasn't leading the team in the direction they were looking for. Okay, totally get it. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin royalty Paul Chryst got fired, not leading the Badgers in the manner that the folks in Wisconsin thought that they should. So why am I talking about that in Tucson, Arizona? What it shows me is all these coaches that have been fired this early in the season, we are just barely into October, and all these coaches have already been blown out. What does that tell you, folks? Why should you pay attention to any of that? There's a big reason why you should. Let me walk through this. Paul Chryst was fired at Wisconsin today. $16.4 million is his payout. Carl Durrell fired at Colorado. $8.7 is his payout. Scott Frost blown out in Nebraska. $15 million is his payout. Jeff Collins, Georgia Tech, $11.4 million to say goodbye to him. Herm Edwards up the street, $9.4 million to have him go away. That's $60 million. Almost $61 million in payouts to coaches that have been fired so far this year. Why does that matter anywhere else other than Wisconsin, Colorado, Nebraska, Georgia Tech, and in Tempe? The writing's on the wall. And as I talk about the urgency to have Jed Fish get this program going in the right direction, the fact that they fire these coaches and are willing to pay $61 million right now when most of these schools are running a deficit post-pandemic tells you, if we didn't think we were going to a super conference before, now I know we are. Because all of these schools, Wisconsin, Colorado, Nebraska, Georgia Tech, and ASU know that if they don't become relevant in football, they could get left out of these super conferences. If we go to 2 or 3 super conferences in the next 10 years, none of these schools might be in there. their athletic directors, their president, their booster, everybody around understands we better be relevant by the time the musical chairs is over. If not, we could be sitting on the outside looking in, ending up in the Mountain West or the WAC. That's why I keep telling you, Jed Fish has got to get this thing right and get this thing right quickly, because we're launching at supersonic speed to this new realism of super conferences, and you better be relevant in football. It's not going to be good enough to be a basketball school anymore. It's not going to just say, hey, listen, we go to March Madness every year. That's enough for us to hang our hat on. No, it's all about football. 70% of the revenue that comes in from media rights is all about football. Being a basketball school only does not cut it anymore. So if you didn't think I was right last week, maybe this will wake you up. If you've got $61 million practically in buyout money, because they know they better get relevant in football or they're going to get left behind. Your thoughts, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Coming up, Laurel's going to stop by our set here at Desert Diamond Casino. We're getting ready for Monday Night Football. They got their big drum out. If you make a qualifying wager in today's ball game, you get put into a drawing for a huge prize. Cabby won last week. In fact, where the guys are sitting over there, I think all three guys won sitting at one table last week. So I'd go sit with Cabby, my friends that come out and watch football with us on Monday. We'll do that next. We'll get the latest on the odds and the lines and what some good value propositions for tonight's Monday Night Football game. By the way, it's coming up 1400 KTUC. Laurel from Desert Diamond Casino joins us next here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball. Down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home. And foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Matherin with the ball for the Wildcats. Matherin around a Koloko screen. Picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Matherin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Matherin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're
a
tied.
Huge shot for Ben Matherin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Matherin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Pulling
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Abear. They just got him. They just got there.
Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, streaming live on YouTube and on Wildcats Radio 1290. I'm Rich Herrera. Thanks for joining us. We're here at Desert Diamond Casino, Arizona's best bet. We invite you to come by, join us on South Nogales Highway. It's time for the highlight of the program, according to people from last week. Laurel, who's the manager of the sports book here at Desert Diamond Casino, slapped me around last week when I was popping off about the Cowboys. She's back again with her fearless forecast to help me find some value in today's ball game. Laurel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and quite frankly, it was deserved because I think since the last time we saw each other, my Cowboys have won 2 games.
And how many of my Niners won?
Well, they haven't played, but they've won 0.
You noticed I wore the Niner hat and the Niner shirt just for you today. I thought I'd dress appropriately.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Because the Niners are playing tonight against the Rams.
The Niners are playing.
And I need some help, quite honestly.
So I think it's going to be another close game. We've got a 2-point spread.
Okay. So the spread's 2.
Niners are favored.
The Niners are favored
Correct.
by 2 because they're the best team ever. Mm-hmm. And then the over-under on this is ridiculously low, 42.
It is. It's 42, and this is not the first game this weekend that we've had a really low line that I think is going to be beat. Like, I think the over, just jumping right into it, I think the over tonight for sure.
I love the over.
Yes.
I love the over. There's no way they're not going to put up numbers tonight. It's the Niners. It's the Rams.
Right.
The both of them are just built for scoring, and the Niners seem to have Sean McVay's number. They do a pretty good job against Niners against the Rams.
What is it like? They're 5-2 in the last 7, something like that.
Yeah. So and they would have won and gone to the Super Bowl if Jimmy G hadn't thrown a stupid INT last year.
That's right. Rematch, NFC divisional rematch,
I hope it turns out better I hope it turns out better for the team that I'm rooting for because it was the rematch of the Super Bowl and Tom Brady just did not look good last night.
Yeah. No.
I like how she said that. Yeah, no.
No, he didn't. He looked he has looked frustrated. He has looked unhappy. He has looked bad. And quite frankly, even when they started making progress, at no point were they really threatening.
I wonder how many tablets he broke last night.
I didn't see any. I didn't see any. But yeah, last night's game was actually good, and I think it was the first game that we've seen. It was the first really good game. Maybe not the first. It was a good game. I think this week in general was a better week of football.
Last week were dogs.
Than what we. Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny. Did you see how frustrated? Just at the end of the game, if you ever want to know why he's the GOAT, Tom Brady, the look of frustration on his face.
Yeah.
Could melt diamonds. That's
for sure.
Yeah.
He just looks miserable with everything
Yes.
and angry with everything.
Okay.
And as he should be.
Yeah. So my buddy Cabby, who by the way won a grand prize of the drawing.
Okay.
You come down to Desert Diamond Casino tonight and make a qualifying wager. You can get in the drawing to win some huge prizes. He pointed out, and he was one of the first winners. Everybody who sat at that table with them last week won, so I'd go sit with him if you're coming
And there
down
are
here.
empty seats. I'm looking at three seats over there.
3 seats that I think could be winners.
Come on down.
He pointed out Arizona, ASU, and the Cardinals all covered the spread last weekend. So it was a good weekend if you were taking the home teams.
Yeah.
So he just handed me these things. Listen, he's a lot smarter and cashes a lot more tickets. He also told me the Arizona Cardinals have won their last 8 games as road underdogs. They're 8-0.
And we actually was just talking to him about that. And not only as road dogs, if you just want to call it that, 8-0, Arizona has won. I just got entirely sidetracked.
Because you're looking at
I'm
me
looking at you
basking
in
my
all
49er
of the 49er.
gear.
Holy cow.
You're thinking Kyler Murray.
But yeah, I was thinking Kyler Murray. But no, they do way better on the road than they have at home last season and this season so far as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe it's something about the water.
But I mean, honestly, Carolina, what did they even do yesterday?
They're still waiting. They're begging for Sam Darnold to come back because they're getting tired of Baker already.
Understandably, how many tipped passes, and that's the thing. I Cardinals are the hometown team. I do get excited about them, but it's hard when they went up against nothing. It was such a bad. Carolina made some really weird decisions, quite frankly, towards the end of the game, not to go for it. I know it was 4th and long, but what is a field goal going to do, even if you make it? So they made some weird decisions. Yeah.
Okay, before we get back to Monday Night Football, though.
Okay.
You gave me a term I've never heard before.
Okay.
A scoregami.
We had a scoregami this weekend.
Scoregami. What's that mean?
So a scoregami is when a game ends in a score that has never happened in the history of the NFL. And that was the Seattle and Detroit game, 48-45. That has never
had a 48-45 game ever?
Nope. Not
really.
I mean, I don't make it up.
No, that's why she comes on the program with us, folks, because she's a lot smarter than I am.
And you can bet on there being a scoregami that week. You can bet on there being a scoregami in the season in general. It's a pretty popular
that's a
Super Bowl prop.
Fun.
It's fun. So now there have been 73 total
scoregamis.
Scores. There have been 73 ending scores in the history of the NFL now.
So can I put a scoregami bet on tonight's game?
I mean,
no, I could for the Super Bowl, though.
For the Super Bowl, yes.
Oh, now I have a new prop bet that I like, scoregami.
I like that better. And it's just a fun word to say. Let's be honest.
Come on, say it again.
Scoregami.
Scoregami. I like that better than betting on the coin flip. To me, that seems dumb.
I agree.
Yeah, so I'll bet on the scoregami. Do I have to come up with a number or just
bet
a scoregami?
Just bet that it's going to be a score that's never happened before.
So that's like when I'm playing craps and I just throw it out. Hey, dollar C&E. Just you never know.
Correct. I would say a C&E is way more likely to roll than a scoregami is to happen.
Yeah, but it's just fun saying the word
scoregami.
Okay. Let's look for some value in tonight's ball game. I like the over at 42. I don't know what Vegas is thinking, but this is going to be a chance for Rich to cash a big ticket tonight. I like the Niners +2. But I also like the Niners in the money line.
Well, the Niners are
-2. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, I'd really like them a +2. They're -2. Sorry.
I mean,
that's why she's here to make me
to
keep me correct.
No, I agree. And because you went with my Cowboys last week, I'm going with your Niners this week.
Okay.
I say with the points. Niners with the points.
Niners with the point. What about money line?
It's 2. I mean,
it's 2. Give away the points and don't give away the minus 120.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So and the over, and then if you're looking for some fun little props, I say Jimmy G and quite frankly Stafford to both throw interceptions because they're both really good at throwing interceptions against each other.
Oh, this is so much fun.
In the last 6, so Jimmy Garoppolo against the Rams, 7 interceptions in 6 games.
Oh, that's the best.
If you know basic math, I'm just saying.
Okay, so help me here.
And now they're both I think one of them is minus 110 and one's minus 108. So they're both like favored to throw an interception. So throw them both on there and you just increase your odds.
Okay, so I feel pretty strongly about this game.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So if I go, should I do each of these individually or should I build a parlay?
So I'm always going to play parlays because it's fun.
Yes,
that's
what I'm here for. I'm here to spend time with you and have fun.
It's fun. Now, so the way I do it, if I'm going to place just a single bet, I'm going to make it just a larger wager on, say, the money line or the outcome of the game.
Right.
And then I'll just throw just my lower money on just something fun.
So, okay, so I'm going to go pretty good on the Niners minus 2. I'm writing this down so I can walk over to the kiosk and make this during the next break.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go Niners minus 2.
And I would put the over with that. I would make them both parlays, but you don't have to necessarily have a 4-leg
parlay. Okay, so I'm going
parlay.
to go parlay Niners, and then I'm going to parlay the over. Okay, right?
Yeah, so Niners minus 2 in the over for your first
over's
bet.
minus 42. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Uh-huh.
Pretty substantial wager there.
Yes.
And then for the fun one. I'm going to go Stafford, INT.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go Jimmy G, INT.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that should just be – Jimmy usually throws one a game, so that should just be one that you should bet on all the time.
That's why he's minus 110 to throw an interception tonight.
Okay, so I got Stafford with an INT, Jimmy G with an INT.
So as a Niners fan, what player do you see having – so here's my – and this is – I can't even take entire credit for this. This is my son speaking to me. Deebo Samuel has not – had that breakout game.
I was just going to say, I'm going to go, what do I want to do with Deebo tonight? Listen,
Total yards?
There's a lot of pressure on you here.
Total yards?
I don't know.
Combined yards?
I think you have to go combined with him out of the backfield.
Mm.
Or do I do first score? That's too tough.
Now, first score is a great one, but the problem with first score is you're kind of running, you don't really have the sweat the entire game.
Right.
So, because, I mean, if someone returns the kickoff for, a touchdown, then you're done. Then you got no more interest in the game. So, first score can go on your other parlay.
Yeah, okay, so I'll stay away from first score.
And don't stay away from it because I won on first score this weekend. So, I enjoy it, but again, if it happens, it's done and over with.
Right, okay, so I'm going to go Stafford INT, Jimmy G INT. What can I do with Deebo?
Rushing yards. I think I think it's 32. I should have written it down. So
I'll go 32.
Whatever the rushing yards are, I think they're low. I looked at them after my son told me that I should look at Deebo Samuel. I looked at them. I think they're low. So I would go over on his rushing yards.
So if I did like $10 on this, would that be fun? Should I go a little more?
That would be fun.
All right, so I'm going to go Deebo over 32. I'm going to go Stafford to throw an INT. I've never done one of these like this on a regular season game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go Stafford INT, Jimmy G INT, Deebo over 32. Should I, just for grin, should I add a fourth leg to my parlay?
Okay. Well, sure. What are you thinking?
I don't know. That's why I have you here.
Well, actually, because I can't get up and go look at the kiosk, I do have the Desert Diamond Sports app on my phone.
Hello.
Don't have an account because I work here, but if you can't make it down tonight, Desert Diamond Sports does have an app as well. We have the only locally owned and licensed app in Arizona. And so let's look up and see. Let's just play with this and see right now. On top of that, we have more local odds boosts than any other operator in the country.
Okay.
We have 3 to 5 every single day, between 3 and 5 brand new odds boosts that no other book carries. So just if you can't come, which we want you to come down here, we want you to play with us. We want you to spend time with us. If you can't, Desert Diamond Sports is where you need to be betting.
A lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I'll be juggling later.
So will you?
Yeah.
All right. So Debo same at 29.5. So I say over on the rushing
all
for
day
that.
long.
So let's make that. Let's add that. We're going interceptions.
Okay.
This is what they come for, right?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Dead air.
This is entertaining
what the
radio
like.
right here.
They're going to call back and say we take back everything nice we said about her
no,
last week.
everybody loves Laurel.
You know what? I'm not going to spend any more time looking it up, but I will give you that number so you can let everybody know when we come back, because I don't want to take up any more time.
No.
No, we're going to get there. No, you don't think?
No, I'm fine.
You got nothing but time, huh?
I set all this time aside for you. So I'm going to go Debo plus 29.5. The over on the 29.5. I'm going to go Stafford to throw an INT, Jimmy to throw an INT, and then I want one. Should I just go crazy and do one more?
You were earlier. No, it wasn't you. It was Cabby. I was talking to Cabby, and he was talking about he was hoping Bosa has a sack. Throw a sack in there.
Oh, Bosa for a sack.
Throw a sack in there. Over half a sack. So Bosa to have a sack.
Bosa has to have half a sack?
No, over half a sack, which just means he has a sack. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
I don't.
Okay, so if I put down, what would I do if I put down $20 on that? Is that good?
We're getting there.
Hey, listen.
Yes,
the rest
and
of you
yes,
will
it's
get,
good.
The rest of you will get to
here
this
we
radio
go.
show. I'm trying to figure out cash tickets here, folks.
Over.
I gotta buy my wife a new. I need
new
to buy
pair
my
of shoes.
No, she needs a dress to go to a wedding.
Well, that's not as exciting.
Yeah, but if I win here, she can get whatever dress she wants.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's put that together and we'll figure it out how much what we're
We're putting it together right now.
Okay. Oh, see, look, this is the kind of service that you get.
Yep.
Come down and meet Laurel and hang out with her, and she'll help you with all this.
Later.
Yep.
All
right. Well, can I go to the window and do it? I like to go to the window.
You can go to the window
all right,
and
that's
do
what we're
it.
gonna do. All right, so that's my bet for tonight. I'm going Stafford throwing an INT, Jimmy G throwing an INT. I'm going Bosa with over half a sack, and Debo 29.5 yards plus over rushing.
Over rushing, yeah. I think so.
All right, I'm going to go. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll come back. Kelvin Efon joins us, by the way, at 5 o'clock. But I'm going to go run over to the window, make this wager, and then I will be able to buy my wife whatever beautiful dress she wants for her niece's wedding.
$20? Yeah, you'll be good.
You want to know the best part about my niece's wedding?
Please tell me.
I'm not going.
You don't have to go. I knew it. I knew that's what you were going to say. I knew it.
I got to work. It's Arizona USC that weekend.
Fair.
They didn't consult me.
Did you want to talk about Arizona at all? Or
real quick. Arizona, we just had a buddy of mine call in to the show, and he was talking about that the street's going to go heavy on Oregon.
Yes.
Arizona was a 12.5 point.
They were 12.5 last night. They're 13 this morning.
Okay, so
it's already moved a half point. Yes.
Okay, so what do you think?
I think you're going to see at least another half point, if not a full point, by the time we get to Friday. Before the weekend started, before both of these guys played, 10.5 is what it was. Oh. After both teams played, both teams had great wins, but after both teams played last night, that was at 12.5. And like I said, this morning, 13. I think you're going to see another half point at least, if not a point.
So I would keep watching that trend.
Correct.
Wednesday, Thursday,
and I would
Friday.
wait until as close as you came to game time. If you're going to bet Arizona with the points, I would wait as close as you get, because I think you're going to get a little bit more value. Yes. If you're betting Oregon, boo. But if you're betting Oregon, do it now, because it's going to keep moving.
You can, because it's going to
keep moving.
You're the best.
I know.
Do you enjoy doing this?
It's all right so far. We'll see. I'm taking it week by week with you.
I know. Well, it's because I'm a 49er fan.
That's fair.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Absolutely. All right. Hey, that's Laurel joining us. And by the way, if you're going to come down here, make sure you introduce yourself to her. Say hi. She's here to make sure that everything goes well, and she'll take care of you and help you with all the bets and the wagers you want to make. And again, I got a big drum over there. Make a wager on Monday Night Football. Qualifying offers to go into the drum, and you can win some big prizes.
Not just prizes, cash prizes, the best kind of prizes.
That's why
cash
she's the
prizes.
best. Cash money, homie.
Cash money.
All right, thanks, Laurel. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, we'll continue with you. I'm Rich Herrera. We're live, Desert Diamond Casino. Come down and join us for Monday Night Football. here on 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for two. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
Fourth down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out, the locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
Fourth down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on fourth down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his third foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's
We're tied.
Huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon 5-man front, they shift, play fake, rolling right, McLeod looking to throw, going deep, down, trying to find Berrios, makes the catch inside the 25-yard line, still loose inside the 15, first down Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone, straight back to throw, has some time, steps up in the pocket, the Wildcats have got him for a safety.
Win great prizes from $12.90. Rich Herrera on Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. Rich Herrera with you. Our thanks to Laurel. I still got to get over there to make my wager for tonight's game. Don't forget, Monday Night Football coming up on 1400 KTUC. They just started their broadcast. They'll get going with kickoff at 5:15. 5:15, they'll get going with their kickoff. That's going to be over there on KTUC. We will have the Jed Fish Show on 1290 beginning at 6:30. So it's 6 o'clock, a little more than an hour from now. We'll recap the game against Colorado. We'll have all the highlights for you. Then we'll talk about what we saw in the ball game, and we'll give you comments from Jed Fish immediately following the ball game. And then it's always fun to get his comments afterwards, after he gets a chance to take a look at the film. They start reviewing, they evaluate, they grade what's going on, and then they will get into practice on Sunday, and then Jed has another opportunity to really get into the game plan coming up during the week. So the Jed Fish Radio Show will get going at 6:30 tonight, exclusively here on Wildcats Radio 1290. Let's see. What am I going to tell you about right now? Oh, don't forget, if you want to come down to Desert Diamond Casino, you can hear the drawing in the background. Make a wager tonight on Monday Night Football, and if you qualify, you'll get into their drawing for big cash prizes, courtesy of Desert Diamond Casino. We're giving away dinner, so if you want to come down, put your name in the bucket over here, and towards the end of the show, I'll pick somebody's name, and they'll win a gift card tonight to go have dinner here at Desert Diamond Casino. We're here on South Nogales Highway. Come by and join us. Cabbies here, my normal crew of folks that come by and get an opportunity to have fun, watch Monday Night Football with us, get in the big drawing, try to win dinner, and everything else is going on out here at Desert Diamond Casino. All right, number for you to join us in the program, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. I love the over on this game. The Niners and the Rams will light up the scoreboard. I don't know why it's just at 42, but that is a value all day long. All day long. Let me go back to something. We're going to talk to Kelvin Ifan coming up here in just a few moments. What do we learn? This is one of my favorite questions to ask at the press conferences. What do we learn? What did you learn about your team this week? Because every team has another chapter written throughout the season. They have 12 games, hopefully 13 if you go to a bowl game. But as you have your season, you'll learn a little bit about your team. You'll learn that they're going to be fighters. You'll learn that they're going to be guys that fall down and don't get back up after they get punched in the face. You're going to learn that they're overachievers. You're going to learn that they're underachievers. You're going to learn that they're young. You're going to learn that they need to get in the weight room. You're going to learn that you need better Jims and Joes because your X's and O's are fine, but it's the players that can't get the job done. So what do we learn about the Arizona Wildcats in this game against Colorado? One of the things, and I want to talk to Kelvin about this, is that I think now I understand the prism of what Jed Fish football is about, probably more so than I did before. So when we do the keys to the game before every ball game, we always talk about we got to run the ball, got to commit to the run. And Jed says, hey, I want to have a balanced running attack. I want to make sure that we balance up our plays 50-50, and we don't run more than we pass, and we don't pass more than we run. Well, let's take a look at this. Because as I watched the game, and this was Arizona football at its best. This is Arizona football at its very, very best. Because they were playing in the stadium under the lights. It wasn't scrimmage, but it was a team that was struggling against in Colorado, a team that they fired their coach the day after the ball game. They hadn't won. They were missing a core bunch of their players that they had on the roster, and they missed a whole bunch. 6 of them had left to go transfer to other programs where they're making an impact. They just lost so much talent. It was going to be a tough day for the Colorado Buffalo. But with that being said, Arizona was able to go in there and do what they wanted. And I think I learned a little bit about Jed's playbook and about Jed's philosophy and about what Arizona football is really going to be about this year. And it's taken me 5 games to figure that out, but I think we got it now. We keep talking about, and Jed tells us, that it's commitment to the run, commitment to the run, commitment to the run. We're going to run the ball. We need to be able to run the ball. But I think what I'm looking at is I'm looking at a different game than he's looking at. If you watched Arizona play against Colorado, did their offense look any different than what we're going to see tonight from the Rams or the 49ers? Chunk yardage down the field. I haven't talked about it. Nobody's written about it in the newspapers. I don't think I see anything posted on social media. Arizona football, if you looked at it and you had your way with Colorado and you could do everything that you wanted, a lot of it was about chunk plays down the field, getting the ball down the field, throwing the ball down the field, getting 20-yard completions to Dorian Singer, 20-yard completions to Jacob Cowing, having Tetairoa McMillan sky and pick up a ball like Spider-Man. What's that remind you of? It reminds you of NFL football. And I've worked in both. I've worked in college. I've worked in the pros. And now that I really sat down and looked at it and thought about it, because you saw Arizona not struggling. There was no pass rush. Jaden DeLora could have stood back there, ate a ham sandwich, and then turned around and had dessert before anybody from Colorado was going to get close to him. And the interesting comment that I got from him after the ball game was, I was able to go through my progressions. And we talk about the progressions and the checkdowns all the time. But what we saw was a guy who was able to do everything that he wanted with no pressure. Nobody was coming for him. So he really got to stand back there under game conditions, in game speed, learn, here's my first option, here's my second option, here's my third option. Heck, I can go to my fourth option before I got to take off and run because they didn't put any pressure on him. I wrote down in my notes for most of the ball game, all day long, all day long, all day long. And when you have all day long, you get to do what you really want. When you're pressured and you got people coming for you with their ears pinned back, you don't get to your third progression. You barely get to your second progression. And as Jed told us today, and you're going to hear them talk about this probably later tonight, that this is Jaden DeLora's 5th game in this offense. 5th game in this offense, meaning his entire career he's played a different style of offense, and now you're asking him to use the tools that he was so successful with in Washington State and all these other places. Now you're asking him to take those tools and use them in a different way. For me, it's fascinating to watch the maturation, the matriculation of Jaden DeLora under Jed Fish. Imagine your entire life you've lived here in the States and you know how to drive, and we drive on the right side of the road. Well, all of a sudden, you move to England where they drive on the left side of the road. I know how to drive a car. We drive it on the right side. Now I've got a steering wheel on the left side. I drive on the left side. It's going to take me an adjustment. It's still driving, but it's driving under a different system. I think I put all this together today for Jaden. He's playing under a different system. The system he had before was we're going to get chunk yardage, but we're going to do it a different way. It's wide open and spread. I'm throwing to spots. Here, he's going through progressions to figure out where he's going to deliver the ball. Before, with the spread, nobody's around. He's going to scramble around, wait for something to happen, and then heave the ball down the field. You don't do that in this offense. This offense looks more like the Patriots offense. It looks an awful lot like the Rams offense, and it looks an awful lot like what they do at Tampa Bay. Why? Because Jed Fish has that same DNA, because that's where he came from. And as you watch them play a game where the competition wasn't that great, you really got to see what they look like. I was wondering, I'll be honest with you, the entire time I was sitting there looking at it, and I was wondering, why aren't they committing to run? Why aren't they showing? In fact, I walked around. I had on my notes, I was like, Why didn't they show the run? Why didn't they put a commitment to the run? I don't think they want to have a commitment to the run. I think that this is an offense that's going to look an awful lot like what we're going to see tonight with the Rams, and they can win with that if you're in Los Angeles. And Jed now has the receivers to mimic what an NFL team would do when you've got speedsters like Jacob Cowing, Dorian Singer, and you've got a big body like Tetairoa McMillan. And you know what? Glenn Howell's got to love this, getting the ball to Taylor McLaughlin. A lot like you see in the National Football League with Kelsey, with Kittle, what you had with Gronk. Now that's kind of what you're seeing this tight end position morphing into before your very eyes. It's fascinating when you start looking at it that way. Completely different take than we had last year when he didn't have the Jims and Joes to throw the ball down the field and pick up chunk yardage. Now you see that he's got these wide receivers that he's discovered, that he's brought in, that he recruited, and they can do what he is looking for. Different way to look at the football team. Different way to look at the offense. And I thought something a little bit different before and after this Colorado game. Now, you get to the Oregon game, completely different monster because Oregon is a lot better than Colorado, and Jaden Delore is not going to be able to stand back there for 30 minutes every time he drops back to pass. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Teep Cup tickets are ready to go.
Okay, we have got to give away more tickets. Why? Because that's what we do on Mondays. We give you stuff just for listening to this radio show. So let's get to it. Let's get to the box office blitz. Give away more Arizona football tickets, shall we?
Tucson, are you ready to win? The Wildcats Radio 1290 box office is now open.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
With tickets to ball games, concerts,
say that again,
movies, and more.
Don't do 9 or above. Just do 5, something sensible.
This way, please.
Start calling at 520-848-1290 to win. Good luck from Wildcats Radio 1290.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
All right, let's give away tickets. Let me see. Where do I want to go? How about we go with caller number 5? I'll make it easy. That way I don't have to take off my shoes. We'll just go caller number 5 right now. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Caller number 5, you win football tickets to see Arizona. Don't forget Arizona taking on Oregon. It's a 6 o'clock kick. We'll be on the air with you at 1:30 as Arizona takes on the Oregon Ducks at Arizona Stadium this Saturday. By the way, the show today is sponsored by Dragoon Brewing Company, Sonoran Amber. Thanks to Dragoon Brewing for bringing us today's broadcast. All right, you guys know the number, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Caller number 5, you win tickets to see the Cats take on Arizona State at the end of the season. We'll continue with you. I'm Rich Herrera. Coming up next, Kelvin Efon, the captain, joins us. Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Matherin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Matherin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to handoff. Into the backfield and drop. no gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry. Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the three, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from midcourt. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ball game. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's
We're tied.
A huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Really
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes, that's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Hebert. They just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
TCU not going to foul yet. Mathurin looking at Tommy Lloyd. Shot clock at 15. Mathurin back and forth dribble. 10 to shoot now. Long ways from the bucket. Off to Dalen Terry. Terry looking for help. 6 to shoot. Way outside to Mathurin. 3, 2. Mathurin forces the 3 off the rim. No good. Follow. Koloko jams it home. And the Cats up by 5.
Offensive rebound. And the man of the night, Christian Koloko. 12 of 13 from the field. 28 points.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, hand it to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Krisa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Krisa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step to hand off. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out, the locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments from the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's hot! Touchdown, Arizona! Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the board. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like one driving down. That was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko. Feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline. Circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot. 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away. Good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back. Receiver either side. 2 tight ends. Oregon, 5-man front. They shift. Play fake, rolling right. McLeod looking to throw. Going deep. Down, trying to find Berryhill. Makes the catch inside the 25-yard line. Still loose inside the 15. First down, Arizona.
What a play by McLeod. He was smacked, but he had the presence of mind to know where Berryhill was. He threw the ball. He underthrew the ball, and Berryhill was looking back at it and made a great play on the ball. An amazing play by Jordan McLeod.
Brown will take the snap a yard deep in the end zone. Straight back to throw. Has some time. Steps up in the pocket. The Wildcats have got him for a safety. Second safety Arizona has recorded this season. It's a 24-12 ball game, and the Cats will get the ball.
That's big
Pulling
time.
on the field is a safety.
Yes. That's big time by Arizona. That time defense did a great job of just closing the pocket from the inside, and then the pressure on the outside by Hebert, they just got him. They just got there. They won their blocks that time. Excellent job by Arizona defense and really changing the momentum of this game.
TCU not going to foul yet. Mathurin looking at Tommy Lloyd. Shot clock at 15. Mathurin back and forth dribble. 10 to shoot now. Long ways from the bucket. Off to Dalen Terry. Terry looking for help. 6 to shoot. Way outside to Mathurin. 3, 2. Mathurin forces the 3 off the rim. No good. Follow. Koloko gets it home. And the Cats up by 5.
Offensive rebound. And the man of the night, Christian Koloko. 12 of 13 from the field. 28 points.
This is the Rich Herrera Radio Show. Now streaming on Facebook Live and YouTube at Wildcats 1290 and our website, wildcatsradio1290.com.
Terry crosses middle, handed to Mathurin between the rings. Over for Creasa. Checked by Campbell. High screen from Koloko. Creasa around it, drives right. Throw it for Koloko, who slams it down for 2. Lamb set. And the pitch to Susak, driven out towards right field. That is going to get down for a base hit and go all the way to the wall. Casagrande headed for third. They're going to wave him around. He's coming home, and the Wildcats have tied it up. Susak with an RBI double to right center. And we're still playing ball. Tied at 16 in the bottom of the 10th. Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Thank you so much for tuning into our stream. We'll be back in just a bit. Until then, how about some Arizona Wildcat highlights?
4th down and less than a yard. Trojans will go for it in a tie game. Slovis out of the shotgun. Step to his left. Step the handoff. Into the backfield and drop. No gain, loss on the play. Cats take over.
That's a huge play by Arizona. Explosive play in the backfield that time.
Shot blocked by Koloko, who grabs it out of the air. Ahead to Dalen Terry, Arizona with the ball, minute 30 to go, and a 6-point lead. Juzang working right, drives to the bucket, put up, blocked by Koloko, grabbed by Larson. Arizona ball, 38 seconds left. For Bernard, goes right, blocked by Ballo, grabbed by Mathurin. Arizona ball, 22 seconds left. Campbell down for the Bruins, throw it out to Riley. He'll shoot the 3, blocked again by Koloko. Ballo grabs it, it's over. Championship to Tucson. Dalen Terry quickly the other way, out to Tabellas, down the lane to throw it down with the left hand. Look out. The locomotive slams it home.
Hey, sports fans, it's Rich Herrera. Show will be back in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning into our stream. Until then, how about some great moments for the University of Arizona Wildcats?
4th down and 2, Arizona. Down 14-0. Wildcats on 4th down this year are 12 of 20. Offset backfield. Plummer to throw the ball, looking, throwing towards the back of the end zone, and it's touchdown, Arizona. Oh, did they need that? My goodness, Booby Curry had to leap in the air to take the ball over the top of the defender, and the Cats are on the field. ASU with the ball, down by 11, so they have to go. Steal by Koloko. He's going to drive the other way and slam it home, and foul by Lawrence.
Why Lawrence contested the big man, Christian Koloko, with defensive steal and flush.
Lawrence picks up his 3rd foul. Big guys love to play point guard. Koloko looked like what, driving down that was from mid-court. 3-point lead again for TCU. Down to 30 seconds left. Mathurin with the ball for the Wildcats. Mathurin around a Koloko screen, picked up by Lampkin. Go outside for Koloko, feed it to Terry, right corner. Terry can't go baseline, circles back out top to Mathurin. 10 to shoot, 16 left in the ballgame. Mathurin, 3 balls straight away, good!
That's a huge shot for Ben Mathurin in Arizona. Timeout TCU. This ball game is knotted up.
12.6 seconds to go. Ben Mathurin drains a deep 3 from straight away. He's got 24 points, and we're all even.
Hey, sports fans, this is Rich Herrera. Thanks so much for tuning into our stream. Back in just a bit. Until then, how about some highlights from the University of Arizona?
McLeod's going to line up under center. Wiley, the running back.